Welcome to the Ultimate Emoji Quiz. 50 questions from easy to hard. Keep score as you go, and let's see how many you can get right. Let's begin. Let's warm up with the easy round. Question 1. Guess the movie. The Lion King. It is still the highest grossing traditionally animated film ever made. Question 2. Guess the movie. Finding Nemo. Pixar artists took scuba diving lessons to study real reef life. Question 3. Guess the food. Popcorn. Popcorn kernels pop at around 180 degrees Celsius. Question 4. Guess the food. Cheeseburger. The cheeseburger was born in 1920s America. Question 5. Guess the country. France. The Eiffel Tower was meant to be torn down after just 20 years. Question 6. Guess the country. Australia. Australia is home to more kangaroos than people. Question 7. Guess the country. USA. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France in 1886. Question 8. Guess the job. Police officer. The world's first modern police force was founded in London in 1829. Question 9. Guess the job. Teacher. World Teachers' Day is celebrated every year on October 5th. Question 10. Guess the fairy tale. Snow White. Snow White was Disney's very first full-length animated film. Question 11. Guess the sport. Basketball. The game was invented in 1891 using a peach basket as the hoop. Question 12. Guess the sport. Swimming. Michael Phelps has won more Olympic medals than any athlete in history. Question 13. Guess the animal. Lion. A lion's roar can be heard from up to 8 kilometers away. Question 14. Guess the animal. Penguin. Emperor penguins can dive deeper than 500 meters. Question 15. Guess the animal. Panda. Pandas spend up to 12 hours a day eating bamboo. Question 16. Guess the movie. Aladdin. Robin Williams improvised much of the genie's dialogue. Question 17. Guess the job. Pilot. Commercial pilots typically log thousands of flight hours before flying passenger jets. Question 18. Guess the object. Umbrella. Umbrellas were originally used mainly for shade from the sun, not rain. Question 19. Guess the weather. Rainbow. A rainbow is actually a full circle, but we usually only see the arc from the ground. Question 20. Guess the instrument. Guitar. The electric guitar was popularized in the 1950s and reshaped modern music. Question 21. Guess the planet. Saturn. Saturn's rings are made almost entirely of ice particles and rocky debris. Question 22. Guess the holiday. New Year's Eve. Sydney, Australia is one of the first major cities to welcome the new year each year. Question 23. Guess the celebration. Birthday. The tradition of birthday candles is believed to have started with ancient Greek moon goddess worship. Question 24. Guess the subject. Mathematics. The equal sign was invented in 1557 by Welsh mathematician Robert Record. Question 25. Guess the subject. Chemistry. There are 118 confirmed elements on the periodic table. Question 26. Guess the feeling. Sleepiness. Humans spend roughly 1/3 of their entire life sleeping. Question 27. Guess the feeling. Love. Falling in love activates the same brain regions as certain addictive substances. Question 28. Guess the device. Smartphone. The first smartphone, IBM's Simon, was released back in 1994. Question 29. Guess the vehicle. Car. The first gasoline-powered car was built by Carl Benz in 1885. Question 30. Guess the vehicle. Train. Japan's bullet trains can travel at speeds over 320 kilometers per hour. Question 31. Guess the vehicle. Bicycle. There are more bicycles in the world today than cars. Question 32. Guess the landmark. Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty's copper exterior is only as thick as 2 pennies stacked together. Now it gets trickier, the medium round. Question 33. Guess the movie. Jurassic Park. The T-Rex roar was mixed from baby elephant, tiger, and alligator sounds. Question 34. Guess the fairy tale. Little Red Riding Hood. The story is over 300 years old in its written form. Question 35. Guess the fairy tale. The Three Little Pigs. The story has been told in England since the 1840s. Question 36. Guess the saying. Piece of cake. The phrase has meant very easy since the 1930s. Question 37. Guess the saying. Break the ice. The phrase originally referred to ships breaking ice to let other boats pass. Question 38. Guess the movie. Cars. Lightning McQueen's number 95 honors 1995, the year Pixar released its first feature film, Toy Story. Question 39. Guess the job. Hairdresser. The barber pole's red and white stripes date back to medieval bloodletting practices. Question 40. Guess the job. Programmer. The term bug for a coding error dates back to a real moth found in a computer in 1947. Question 41. Guess the object. Backpack. Backpacks became a school staple in the United States during the 1930s. Question 42. Guess the phenomenon. Volcanic eruption. There are around 1,500 active volcanoes on Earth today. Question 43. Guess the season. Autumn. Autumn leaves change color because trees stop producing chlorophyll. Question 44. Guess the event. Concert. The largest concert attendance ever recorded topped 3.5 million people in Brazil. Question 45. Guess the topic. Electricity. Benjamin Franklin's famous kite experiment in 1752 helped prove lightning is electrical. Question 46. Guess the item. Pencil. A single pencil can draw a line about 70,000 words long. Question 47. Guess the technology. Wi-Fi. The term Wi-Fi doesn't actually stand for anything. It was just a catchy brand name. Question 48. Guess the technology. Artificial intelligence. The term artificial intelligence was first coined at a conference in 1956. Question 49. Guess the landmark. Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal was built as a mausoleum and took about 22 years to complete. Final stretch. This is the hard round. Good luck. Question 50. Guess the movie. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. This Mickey Mouse segment is from the 1940 film Fantasia. And that's all of them. Count up your correct answers. Under 15, keep practicing. 15 to 30, solid. 30 to 45, impressive. Above 45, you're a genius. Follow for a new quiz every day.